everyone. I'm making a raindrop soap. Sound like fun? This big brass thing you're looking at is a toilet holder from my bathroom. And I'm using it to hold a homemade mold that I've made here. It's basically one of those cutters, one of those chop boards that we use inside our molds. And I've used some binder clips to hold it in a teardrop shape. And then I've just pressed it down inside this toilet paper holder. And what I'm going to do is melt a little bit of my melt and pour down in the bottom, which I do that off camera, and pour in just to create a seal on the bottom so that when I pour in the vast majority of the melt and pour in it, it doesn't leak out, because I've had that happen before and that's not fun. So what I'm doing is I have added in just a bit of blue indigo into my melt and pour. You can see the powder there on top. And I'm going to melt this and then pour it on in and hopefully come up with a teardrop shape. And this is all inspired by the rain that I had recently, and since I collected some rainwater, what better than to make a rainwater soap in the shape of a raindrop? And so here we go. And it's not intended to go all the way to the top, because this is just going in one of those Amazon loaf molds. So I'll have to trim it a little anyway. So I'm just going to spray it with a little alcohol to take away any of the air bubbles and wait for it to harden. And here we go. So I just had to work it loose a bit and it came right out. No problem. And I will tell you that these are the most wonderful things to make molds with. And you've seen me make several different molds doing this. Just using these cutting boards, these plastic, cheap, 4 for $1 at the Dollar Tree, made in China, unfortunately, cutting boards. And by the way, I try to buy made in America as often as I can. So I'm just saying that. But you can see it came out very easily. I was so happy with it. So those tongue depressors you see inside there are just to hold the raindrop in place, because it keeps wanting to roll over to one side or another because the bottom is rounded. So it wants to roll. So I'm just adding in my rainwater, lye, and titanium dioxide to keep it white into my oils, and have blended it together, and now we get to pour it. So I hope all of you had a wonderful weekend. I got my hair trimmed. That's the one thing that I did. Didn't get a whole lot of other stuff done. Work has been so hectic. And in this video, you can't tell I've got my hair cut yet. In the next one, you'll see my hair is cut. I'm running 1 or 2 days behind here in editing my video. Sorry. That being said, I hope you all had a good weekend. It's important that we all find some time to decompress, however you do that. I happen to do it with soap making. You do it however works for you. I did end up adding some grapefruit essential oil just into this batter I'm putting on top, because I thought it doesn't matter at this point if it thickens up a bit. Actually, I want it to be thicker so that I can work it on top. And that'll just give it a light scent on top. I just didn't want it to be completely unscented. This is one of the few times I wanted some glitter. I really did. I have some, but it's not very good. It is an eco glitter, but I think I got the ugliest color that they make. And it just doesn't look good on anything, so I don't use it. But this is a soap that I thought glitter would have worked well with. I don't know why. I just thought maybe it would help to accentuate the rain theme a bit, but I didn't have it, so it's not here. I almost thought about adding some sugar on top or salt, but I didn't. So I just played with it a bit, and here you can see how it ultimately turned out. And this just set about 7 or 8 hours, and it was fully hard. Adding that salt to the live water makes all the difference. And sea salt in this case. And I can tell you the ends were a little crumbly. I cut them off, so it's not a big deal. It made a mess, but it was fine the rest of the way through. But it took me a while to cut it. Because of the melt and pour in the center, I had to use my old bamboo cutter with the knife, because a wire cutter just wouldn't cut through this. I had a lot of fun making this. It's not perfect, and the reason it's not as perfect as I would have liked it to have been is that I did not put it in the fridge. So it went through some gel, which changed the color of my melt and pour in the center. So it's one color on the bottom and a different color at the top. So the top is more of a clear blue and the bottom is more of a cloudy blue. So it's not a huge thing, but it bugs me. So next time it goes in the fridge, no matter what I have to take out. You live, you learn. But I hope you enjoyed this. It was just so much fun getting the rain, and I just felt that I had to utilize some of the rainwater and a rain-themed soap. And I'd really like to hear what you think. And if you would, tell me a rain story. In the comments, tell me a rain story. I'm going to choose the best story, and I have a very special gift that I'm going to be sending to the winner. So give me a great rain story, and we'll talk about it later. Thanks so much. Have a terrific day, everyone, and I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.